Have you ever wondered why Captain America appears punching Hitler on the cover of his first comic? Was that just a creative coincidence or a marketing stunt? This iconic scene, published in 1941, carries much more historical and political weight than it seems at first glance. At the time, the United States hadn't officially entered World War II yet, but the tension was palpable. The world was watching the Nazi regime's advances, and comics were beginning to play a role beyond entertainment, shaping opinions and stirring patriotism. Captain America's emergence didn't happen in a cultural vacuum. He was created by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby with a clear goal: to embody American ideals and fight fascism through art. His shield was more than a weapon. It was a symbol. Choosing to put a superhero against Hitler wasn't just provocative. It was part of a growing trend of using pop culture in politics. While newspapers and radio informed, comics moved hearts and mobilized people. In this video, we'll understand how the creation of Captain America is directly connected to the historical context of World War II, and how this fictional hero helped shape the imagination of an entire generation. Back in 1941, when this comic was released, the US hadn't yet officially entered WE2, but the mood was already tense. The creators of Captain America decided he would strike where the press couldn't reach, right in the face of fascism. Joe Simon and Jack Kirby weren't just building a hero, they were sending a message, and it was anything but subtle. Captain America became like a mascot for American ideals and a symbol of strong hits against dictators. The comic readers at the time weren't just having fun, they were also influenced, politicized, inspired. And this shows the incredible power pop culture has when mixed with historical context. To truly understand the impact of Captain America, we need to quickly revisit history. No trauma, I promise. Think about it. The year is 1940. The world is already amidst WE2. Nazi Germany is advancing, invading everything, and Hitler is at the height of his authoritarian madness. But even outside the war, Americans were aware of what was happening. Many already saw Nazism as a real threat. That's when comics entered the scene, not just to entertain, but to influence public opinion. Newspapers reported the facts, but what carried emotion, courage, and a let's fight for what's right attitude was the comic books. Captain America was born in this climate as an artistic and political response to the fear of fascism. And interestingly, the first issue sold nearly 1 million copies. Yes, 1 million. That shows how much people craved a symbol, someone to stand up against what Nazism represented. In other words, Captain America arrived not only as a superhero, but as a rallying cry for resistance in colorful comic pages. Now think about why we love these heroes so much. Because deep down they tell us something about ourselves, or at least about what we'd like to be. In the case of Captain America, he was almost like an American dream guy, strong, fair, brave, and a true patriot. Other heroes of that era also followed this line. Superman defending truth and justice in the American way, Wonder Woman fighting for peace and equality. All very symbolic, but it didn't stop there. These characters truly influenced people. Many children read and thought, I want to be like him. And that in itself is a powerful tool for shaping values. Comics not only reflected what society was experiencing, but also helped shape what it would become. Pop culture at its best. It's a mirror and sometimes a megaphone. Got it? Captain America started as a symbol during the war, but what about today? Does he still mean something? Or has he just become a big guy with a vibranium shield? The truth is, heroes continue to serve as mirrors of society. Take Black Panther, for example. It's not just an action movie, but a manifesto about identity, racism, and colonialism. Iron Man, a billionaire in existential crisis, full of guilt and armed with weapons, very 2000s, right? And even Captain himself today faces dilemmas about obedience, politics, and freedom. In Winter Soldier, for instance, he begins questioning authority itself. That says a lot about the distrust people have today for governments and systems. In other words, superheroes evolve because the world does. They're not just adventure stories, they carry debates, tensions, fears, and dreams of their time, both when they were created and by the audience consuming them. So next time you watch a superhero movie, try looking beyond explosions. Ask yourself, what is this character saying about today's world? Did you enjoy discovering that Captain America is much more than muscles and a shiny shield? Deep down, he's like a history book with an action scene. You just need to know how to read it. Pop culture is full of these layered meanings. When you stop and take a close look, you can learn a lot without that boring classroom vibe, you know? And this was just the beginning. In upcoming videos, we'll talk about Black Panther and how he sheds light on historical and social issues that are still very current. There's much more coming. So if you love learning through movies, series, comics and games, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. That way you won't miss anything and will help bring this content to more people. Oh, and comment below which other pop culture character you think has a backstory worth a video. Maybe he'll show up here next time. See you.